we go on? Your road to ruin is a wide one. Can we go on? Two horses gone, but I still have one, and it does, 'cause poetry's not what poetry wants.
Welcome to Moneyman's Scottish National Preview. We've unearthed several horses with serious potential and upside that could outrun their odds in the Scottish National at Ayr on Saturday the 13th of April 2025. With a bit of luck, these challengers should be fighting out the finish. We have selections ranging from 14 to 1 to 50 to 1. Our win and place profit from September to December 2024 was just over £2,000. Smash that like and subscribe button now, and don't miss out on future winners. Okay, let's start with our first contender that we think can outrun their odds in the Scottish National. 𝐷𝐸, last year's winner, edging out Surrey Quest in a tight photo finish. On paper, his form leading into that race didn't scream out, but he did beat a JP McManus owned horse, who then chased home a 140 rated Gordon Elliott runner in his next race. That's decent form. 𝐷𝐸 went off at just 5 to 1 in last year's race. A race packed with Willie Mullins runners. Somebody knew Mac had plenty left in the locker. 𝐷𝐸 and Surrey Quest pulled well clear in last year's Scottish National, and both the winner and runner-up deserve shortlist status again. He had a solid prep in the Quinbet Grand National Trial handicap chase, where he was allowed to bowl along up front. That run should leave him spot on for this. The profile this season screams target job. Everything suggests this was the main aim. He's a strong jumper, proven stayer, and this type of race often throws up repeat winners. We've got him rated a solid 7.5 to 8. He's a great each-way angle at 14 to 1, especially with firms now paying 5 places. Clark Kent finished 6 lengths behind the winner last year, running prominently throughout the race. The ground turned softer after a day of rain on the Thursday, but this year we can expect good ground with sunshine forecast leading up to the race. While he is still a maiden over obstacles, his performance last year suggests he has the potential to make another impact. At a generous 40 to 1, with many bookmakers offering 5 or 6 places on the day, he represents excellent each-way value. We've rated him a solid 7 out of 10, making him a contender at his odds. 𝐵𝐴𝐿 is a horse we've had on the tracker for a while now, a proven Grade 1 winner over hurdles and a mare who made a solid start to chasing last season. This term, she's been a bit more hit and miss on paper, but don't be fooled. She's finished runner-up 3 times, and this race has always been the long-term target. Lucinda Russell knows how to get one primed for a big day. Just look at Mayertown running a blinder in the Ultima at Cheltenham. 𝐵𝐴𝐿's most recent run was a real eye-catcher in the Grand National Trial at Haydock. She sat handy early, dropped back through the field, then found again late to finish a fast-closing second to Famous Bridge. That effort screamed of a mare coming to the boil at just the right time. The weather's playing ball, the sun is out and the ground's drying all the time, likely riding on the quick side of good come flag fall. That's a massive plus. She's a slick jumper, thrives on better ground, and has stamina in spades. Bred to Stay, by Arctic Cosmos, a St. Leger winner with a solid national hunt influence, and plenty of Sadler's Wells on the dam side. Everything points to a big run. At 14 to 1 she's a cracking each-way angle. Don't be surprised if she's banged there turning in. There's definitely more under the bonnet.
Can we go on? Your road to ruin is a wide one.
Can Willie Mullins win the Scottish National? Which then probably guarantees him the British Trainers' Championship, snatching victory from Dan Skelton 2 years running. Our next horse is Spanish Harlem finished 6th to 𝐷𝐸 in this race last year, and that was only his 4th career start. You can bet your top dollar that this race has been the plan all season. With the firepower Willie Mullins has at his disposal, he can afford to target multiple horses at the same race. The ones that run well without winning? They'll be reloaded and rerouted into other staying chases. This lad's a proper sleeper. That run last year was rock solid, and he's since backed it up with a 4th place finish in the Quinbet Grand National Trial, where he came from the rear and picked off runners before the brutal ground eventually told. It was heavy, proper stamina-sapping stuff, and while his pedigree might not scream extreme staying power, he only finished 8 lengths off the winner here last year. Ayr Racecourse, especially on good ground, is sharp enough for a slick traveling type like him. We rate him around a 7.5 to 8 in terms of profile strength. That's enough to make him a tidy each-way angle at 20 to 1 with 5 places on offer. And he's got the form in the book too. He's been running up the backsides of classy types like 3-card Bragg, Tactical Move, and even the Gold Cup winner. I know the way you think. Our power might be overlooked in the Scottish National. This horse is as tough as they come, with a blend of class and grit that makes him a dangerous opponent in any race. A 2-time listed winner in major handicaps, he thrives in these types of contests. His jumping is solid, and he stays 3 miles with ease, which is exactly what's needed for this test. Last year, he ran a solid race in the English Grand National, finishing a respectable 11th, proving he can compete at the highest level. Given his profile, he's a great price at 25 to 1, with several firms offering 5 places, making him an excellent each-way angle for those looking for horse with proven form and that like good ground. Sail Away, trained by Dan Skelton, stands out as one of his top contenders for the Scottish National. Once rated as high as 142, Sail Away now sits on a mark of 129, he might be overlooked in the market. His talent was on full display at the 2023 Ayr Festival, where he bolted away from a solid field to win by a commanding 11 lengths, leaving plenty of promise in his wake. After a brief dip in form, Sail Away has had his issues addressed, including 2 wind operations. Since then, his performances have shown clear signs of improvement. In his last 2 outings, he finished second to Doyen Chief, and his most recent run saw him making smooth, eye-catching headway, signaling his returning to his best. This horse absolutely loves good ground, and with the conditions expected to be good or better, it will suit him perfectly. His jumping is solid, and there's a strong staying influence on both his sire and dam, with Pistolet Blue and Cadoodle in his pedigree, both known for stamina. At odds of 50 to 1, Sail Away represents value. He's definitely worth considering as an each-way angle, especially given his potential to outrun those odds. Surrey Quest, who finished a close second in this race last year, just beaten by a narrow margin, is a horse we've been tracking since his hurdling days. His form has taken a significant step forward, and his performance last year was impressive. He made his seasonal reappearance this year, placing second to another of our tracker horses, Buffalo Soldier, who we had tipped for the win that day. Surrey Quest's prep run this season saw him finish 3rd in the Edinburgh National Handicap Chase behind Magna Sam, which was a solid effort. He's in great shape heading into the Scottish National and has been primed for this. We wouldn't put anyone off backing him at an each-way price of 16 to 1. Captain Cody, this horse makes the cut. A Grade 2 winner over hurdles, Captain Cody also finished a respectable 6th in the Champion Bumper. He's been gradually progressing through the ranks, and his strong 3rd-place finish behind 3-card Bragg at Navan in January shows his potential. Unfortunately, he unseated his rider at the Cheltenham Festival after making a mistake, but he seemed none the worse for wear and could actually benefit from that experience. That race in the handicap will have sharpened him up, and with a freshen up, he could be primed for a big performance. Trained by Willie Mullins, this is a horse with plenty left in the tank, and at 14 to 1, he offers strong each-way value. Remember, the Champion Bumper often produces top-class horses, and Captain Cody certainly has the pedigree to be one of them. O'Moore Park is certainly one to keep an eye on. Purchased for a hefty sum with chasing in mind, he's already faced some serious competition in his qualifying runs. His prep race came at Cheltenham, where he finished a solid 3rd, staying on well behind Caldwell Potter, who has since gone on to win a Grade 1 at the Aintree Festival. While O'Moore Park has fallen twice in his career, there were valid reasons for both of those mishaps, and his jumping on the whole has been sound since, especially at Cheltenham. At 12 to 1, if he stays the course, there's every chance he could be involved at the business end of the race. He's a real each-way contender for those looking for a class horse at a decent price. While he still needs to take the next step in his development to become a major player, his Cheltenham form and overall potential suggest he has the ability to make an impact here. Bonus horse, Loughlin. Loughlin is one to keep an eye on and a horse for your tracker. He is worth taking a serious look at, especially if he turns up in the Novices Champion Handicap Chase. While he's also entered for the Scottish National, I believe that this stage of his career points towards a horse with a real touch of class, and he's certainly got a great chance of being involved at the business end of the race. His form is exceptional, having previously beaten Stella Story, the winner of the prestigious Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle. Looking at his 3 runs over fences, his education has been spot on, and his third-place finish to 3-card Bragg, now rated 146, is an impressive line of form. Loughlin looks every bit the chaser, with a bright future ahead. Willie Mullins is in flying form at the moment, and I'll definitely be backing him when it's time for air. That's our Scottish Grand National preview for 2025 done and dusted. The sun will be shining, and come Saturday evening we will know the fate of the next British champion trainer. Okay, smash that like button and subscribe for plenty more winners.
Can we go on? Your road to ruin is a wild one. Can we go on? 2 horses gone, but I still have one, and it does, 'cause poetry's not